everybody, this is Lori Denning. I'm a yoga instructor, yoga therapist. I teach at a local hospital for wellness classes, and I also teach at a local studio here in San Pedro. So today's focus is going to be on our healthy back class. We're going to work a lot on our core. We're going to stretch some muscles that attach to our pelvis. We're also going to strengthen muscles that attach to our pelvis. So it's not always about stretching. It's about, yes, stretching, but it's also about balancing with strength. So to promote a healthy back, you want to think about strengthening the whole core of your body, which is going to protect your back. It's like a corset, like an armor that protects our back as we live our life. So we're going to do a lot of core work today, but it's all gentle, so don't be afraid. Like I say, we're going to start off with about 7, 8, maybe 9 minutes of just relaxation and breath work to get our nervous system to calm down. When our nervous system calms down, your muscles naturally relax and your mind shuts off a little bit. With all this COVID-19 pandemic, we need that right now. So I'm going to invite you to lay back on your mat. Today's props we'll be using, and remember, props are always an option. I have a yoga block or a pillow or a rolled up bath towel secured by a rubber band, and I have a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, like I say, you don't need it. You can use a dish towel, a bath towel, a tie, or a bathrobe belt. So whatever we have around the house, we've got to be creative right now and just utilize what we have. Okay, and like I said, it's always an option. You don't need props. So I'd like everyone to lay back. Now, we're going to start in something called constructive rest position. And that starts to release the front of our hips, our psoas muscle. And we've been doing so much sitting now. So first we're going to lay back. You can have a little bit of a support under your head. I don't want a big pillow. I don't want your head coming forward a lot. Just maybe a couple inches under your head. Or nothing. That's fine too. So you're going to lay back. Now, notice how my feet are on the floor, my knees are bent, my arms are out to the side, my chin is level. So this is the first option. This is called constructive rest. You're welcome to start with this position. Now, the other position is legs up a chair. So you get a chair, or you can put your legs up a couch, something like that. And you bring your legs up to the chair. But what I want you to see, I don't want your knees way off the chair. I want your knees to be supported. This is also a good one for letting the front of the hips, the psoas muscle, relax. So whatever position that you choose, lay back, either feet on the floor with knees bent or legs up the chair or up the sofa. So get comfortable. I'm going to put a little music on. So we're going to get started. And first and foremost, remember that yoga therapy is all about honoring your body, listening to your body, not pushing beyond a comfortable limit. You never want to push into pain. Nothing should hurt you right now. I'm not here to watch you, to see what you're doing, to cue you differently if I see you're doing something that's not quite correct. So what I need from you is to listen to your body. Nothing should hurt. The first sign of if you have any discomfort or pain, you want to stop or back off. So we always want to work in this level of no pain. And in yoga, we call that ahimsa, which is non-violence and non-harm. So anyway, lay back, get comfortable, and I'm going to put on a little music. This music is called Healing Harps by the Sea. So everyone choose your position, legs up the chair, feet flat on the floor. I'm going to choose the constructive rest with just feet on the floor. So what I want you to do is close your eyes. Bring your palms face up. Your arms are about, 6, 8, 12 inches away from your body, just comfortably. And what I want you to make sure is your chin isn't poking straight up. Tuck your chin lightly. Now just start to feel your body. Start to sense your body. Feel where your feet are on the floor or the backs of the legs are on the chair or the sofa. Bring awareness to your hips. Feel where they're resting on the floor. Now bring awareness now that the lower back gently arches up away from the floor. That's called your lordotic curve. And then feel the thoracic, the mid-back is on the mat. The shoulders are on the mat. Your elbows and the backs of the hands, please palms face up. So elbows, backs of the hands, you can feel the support of the floor beneath you. Feel the back of the head on the floor. Notice how the back of the neck rises away from the floor. That's also your cervical lordotic curve. So I want you to just feel every point of contact with the floor. So right now we're starting to come into this body sensing mode where we're not thinking about the grocery store or getting toilet paper or going to anywhere outside of our homes right now. We're going to think about our bodies and our breath and connect with that. When you're sensing, body sensing, your brain, your mind cannot think of things. It's busy sensing. So that's what we're coming into right now, is leaving the thinking mind alone and coming into the sensing mind, where we just feel and we breathe. So now starting to bring breath into the navel. If you'd like, you can put one hand on your navel, the other hand on your chest, just for feedback. And as you inhale through the nose, we're going to breathe into the hand on the belly only. Feel the belly rise with the inhalation. Little pause at the top, and then a long, slow exhale. Feel the belly soften. Feel the low back lengthen. Keep breathing into the navel, breathing in. And breathing out. Honor the little pauses. Let's stay there about 4 more breaths. Breathing into the navel. And very slowly breathing out. All breath in and out through the nose. Each time you exhale, see if you can let your whole body soften. Couple more. The hand on the chest is still, it's not moving, just the hand on the belly. We're breathing into our diaphragm right now, which starts to elicit a relaxation response throughout your body. This is how we're born to breathe. An infant, a baby, breathes into their tummies. And as we get older, sometimes we change that breath pattern and start breathing into our chest more, which causes your body to tighten up. It elicits the stress response. It creates neck pain sometimes and shoulder distress. So just learning how to breathe into our bellies is so beneficial for us. Slowing heart rate, slowing blood pressure, creating relaxation in your body and mind. And now bringing your hands to your ribs, both hands. So now I'd like to start the breath in the belly and then widen it out to the ribs. Imagine your ribs are accordion, and when you inhale, they're widening to the sides. And then as you exhale, let the ribs soften and then the belly. So we're breathing, it's called Dirga Pranayama, or 3-chamber breath. Very good for anxiety. So initiate the breath into the navel first, then bring it wider into the ribs, and then soften the ribs, and then the belly down. No tension in the neck, no tension in the shoulders.
more breaths. Really let that exhale be long. And now putting one hand back on the lower belly and one hand on the heart area. I want you to breathe into the navel, widen it to the ribs, and see if you can bring the breath all the way up to the hand on your chest. And then the exhalation, the chest softens, the ribs soften, and then finally the belly softens. So let's keep up this 3-chamber breath. Really oxygenates your system, and it gets the lungs really to work at their full capacity. So inhale belly and ribs and chest, and then exhale chest and ribs and belly. Let's do that for about 5 more breaths. Now if you feel like you've got that rhythm down, you can bring your hands palms up and just keep breathing into those 3 chambers. Honor the pauses at the top and bottom of the breath. That's like sending a text message to your nervous system to slow down, quiet. We're wanting to relax now. Lots of time neck tightness and shoulder tightness is caused by chest breathing. So we're trying to understand our bodies more and bring breath down low into the belly. And then let your breath come back to a normal breath pattern right now. Notice the calmness you're feeling. And now I want you to imagine that you're in a swimming pool and you've got an inner tube around your tummy for flotation. And there's about 1/2 inch between your body and that inner tube. All the way around. Front, sides, and the back. So now as you breathe in, I want you to breathe in a 360-degree breath. So you're breathing in and trying to make your body fill up that gap and press your body into that inner tube. And then the exhales, everything comes back to center so that gap increases. So imagine inner tube and your torso. So the inhalation, breathing in, widen into that inner tube, front and back, sideways. And then exhale, soften. Let the body relax as you soften. Feel heaviness in the body. Honor the pauses. Let the shoulders relax as you exhale, the arms. Stay here 3 more breaths. 360-degree breath. Jaw is soft, face is soft. Shoulders heavy, arms heavy. One more good breath. Good. Now, if you have your legs up the chair, I want you to pull your navel into your spine. So bring your core engaged and then bring your legs off of the chair and then push your chair up off the way. You guys on your backs, just stay on your backs. And I'm going to roll up and turn my music down a little bit. And then we're going to get started with just some gentle warm up. Okay guys,
So I want everyone to lay down on your backs.
Maybe a little something under your head, not too much. So what I want you to do is take a breath in through the belly. And as you exhale, I want you to bring your right thigh towards your torso. Back, notice your back is flat. And as you inhale, raise up that right leg. And as you exhale, tummy in and bring that leg straight down to the mat. And then slide that heel up. Other side, inhalation to prepare. The exhale, the left thigh comes in towards your torso. The inhalation, you're straightening up that leg. And then the exhalation, tummy in, back flat, and pull that leg slowly to the floor, leading with the heel, and then slide that leg up. Let's do a couple more. Breath in. The exhalation, right thigh in towards your torso. The inhalation, you're straightening up that leg. Now another option is not to lower it with a straight leg, to bend the knee and just bring that bent knee, but with the heel to the floor. So you choose either straight leg or bend the knee. So exhale, left thigh comes towards your torso. You inhale, straighten the leg, either straight leg or bent knee, but tummy in and bring the heel down nice and slow. We're starting to work up our core and our hamstrings, and then slide that up. Now let's bring our right thigh towards our torso. I want you to hold underneath the thigh and straighten the left leg. Now, important here that your feet are flexed and that your toes are pointing straight up. They shouldn't be cocked to an angle. So straighten your toes up. Now you're going to breathe into the belly. And as you exhale, pull your navel in, bring your right thigh towards your torso, and press the left thigh into the mat. So breathing into the belly, the exhalation, tummy in, press long through the left heel as the right thigh comes towards you. So we're starting to stretch this here and stretch our low back on the right side. Couple more breaths. This is called Apanasana. Exhalation, navel in. Inhale, belly rises. So we're just breathing into our tummies right now. And now let's bring that right foot to the floor. Let's straighten out. Now let's bring our left leg thigh in towards our torso first. Hold underneath, get your foot so it's flexed and the toes are not cocked outward, they're straight up. Now you can breathe into the navel. The exhale, you're going to bring your left thigh towards your torso. Now the right leg, the foot can be on the floor with the knee bent. I'm going to straighten up so you can see. That's okay too. If you want more, you can straighten up that right leg. It's a little more pull on your lower back and the front of the hip. So you have to choose that for yourself. So breathing into the belly, the exhalation, tummy in. Left thigh towards you, right heel presses away, and you're pressing that right thigh down. Stay here for 4 breaths. The exhale, tummy in, left thigh maybe comes towards you more. You're going to listen to your body. Feet are flexed. Keep that left upper thigh pressing down. So the fronts of the hips, the backs of the legs, your psoas muscles in the front, the hamstrings are in the back. They're very important in back health. So we're going to work on those today. And the core. And one more breath. And then the next exhale, let's bring that left foot to the floor. If your right leg is straight, bend the knee and bring that feet up. Let's do a windshield wiper motion here. It's going to start to open up your hips a little more, so arms out to the side. Your feet are about 6 inches, or your knees are about 6 inches apart. So you're going to breathe into the navel. Your exhalation, knees go to the right, look left. Keep your shoulders down. And exhale, bring them back to center. The inhale, knees go to the left, head looks right, shoulders are down. And then the exhale, bring your knees back up and your head comes to center. Let's do a couple more. The inhale, the knees go to the side. The exhale, you pull your belly in and use your core to bring your knees up. And then going to the left as you inhale. And the exhale, tummy in, knees back up. One more time. Inhale, knees go right and you look left. Only go as far over as feels comfortable. Tummy in, and think about using your tummy muscles to bring your knees back up. And last time we're going to the left. I'm looking right. And navel in and bringing your knees back up. Now we're going to widen our feet, maybe to the edges of the mat. Now if you have low back tightness or low back issues, you want to think about adjusting the width of your feet to meet your body's needs. So maybe this is too wide. Try it. And as you go over, if it doesn't feel right, then bring your feet closer together. So let's try it. Feet wide. Breath in. Inhaling, knees go to the right. Look left. Feel more of a pull on that left front of the hip. The exhalation, knees to center. The inhalation, knees go left and looking right. The exhalation, pull that belly in and bring those knees back up. Let's do a couple more. So we're stretching out the hip flexors. And tummy in as you come back up. The inhalation, knees go left. And tummy in. And last time we're going to go to the right and stay. Now the option here is to take your left foot, bring it up and put it right above your left knee. And that's going to weight it down and you're going to feel more of a stretch. But if it's too much, take that foot down. This is an option. So breathing in, wherever you feel that tight spot, direct the breath there. Imagine there's a balloon there and you're breathing in and it's blowing it up. And then the exhale, soften. Maybe pull your tummy in, see how that feels. If it doesn't feel good, just don't do it. That's as easy as it gets. If it doesn't feel good, leave it out. Couple more breaths. Always breathing in through the nose and breathing into the navel. But directing the mind right where you're feeling that stretch. And if you have that right foot on that left lower thigh, take it off. And as you exhale, navel comes in and we're bringing our knees to center. Now we're going to inhale and go to the left. And you're going to ask yourself, now this is my surgical hip. I just had a hip replacement 2 months ago. So I'm going to try it out and see if it'll work for me. It might not. If it doesn't, I'm not going to do it. So you take your left foot up and put it right above the knee, not on the knee joint. And then weight it down. So this side I'm super tight. So for me, I'm just gently going to leave it here for a couple breaths. If it doesn't feel good, I'm just going to take it off. It's that simple. Direct the mind to the stretch where you're feeling the stretch. And then the exhale, soften it down. This is super good for us right now because we're sitting too much. So we're working, just getting the fronts of the hip area starting to open. The next thing we're going to do is work on our hamstrings and the inner thigh, the adductors. One more breath. The exhalation, tummy in. And imagine your core is bringing your legs up. All right. Now, if you have a strap, let's get it. I'm going to start with my left leg because it's closest to you. If you don't have a strap, I want you to bring your thigh in and just hold under your thigh. If you can't reach it, you need to get a towel or something, a strap, so that you can reach your leg. So now what I'd like you to do is take your strap and bring it to the arch. We're starting with the left leg. And you're just going to bend and straighten your leg just to warm up your hamstrings. What I'm really interested, don't let the little toe side kick out to the left. So we want to work from a place of alignment. So bring it so that the center of the foot lines up with the center of the knee. So a few more. Just warming up that hamstring. And now you're going to leave the leg straight. Now, if your hamstring is tight, it's not going to be straight. If I ask you to bring it up, you're going to look like this. So what I want you to do is lower the leg till it's straight, and that's your starting position. Now your right foot is pressing gently into the mat, keeping the knee straight up, because what I see a lot is it splays out to the right. So really think about pressing under the big toe mound of the right foot, the little toe in the center of the heel. That keeps your knee straight up. So let's get back to the left leg. First, I'd like you to hold your strap, pull it, and then push up with the foot. You're just contracting the muscle. We're not stretching yet. So you're contracting. You should feel a stretch, a pull right here. And then let that go. Now we're going to stretch it. So you're going to breathe into the navel. As you exhale, tummy in, and the leg comes straight back behind you till you feel your edge, which means it doesn't hurt. I feel a nice pull, but it doesn't hurt. If it hurts, you back out of it a little, so nothing should hurt. So we'll stay here 5 breaths. Breathe into the navel. The exhale, pull your navel in, and imagine you have a zipper and you're zipping up your pants. So you're lifting your navel up towards your ribs. And then inhale, release it. So the exhale, tummy in and up. So that's starting to work your core, just gently. But as we pull our navel in, it allows the leg to come back a little bit more. So when we sit, all this area gets tight sometimes, or with bad posture. Definitely when we sit, the front of the thigh gets super tight, your psoas muscle. But all of these muscles that we're loosening right now, lengthening I should say, are attached to your pelvis. So we want to keep them in good length. And then later we're going to strengthen them. Now I'd like you to bring your strap to your left hand, bring your right hand palm down to brace. Keep the right hip down, press into the right foot as you open up that left leg outward. Notice my left elbow is on the mat. And breathe. You should feel this in the inner thigh, your groin area. Flex the foot and breathe. So keeping the left hip down. Now if I leave it up, yeah, I'm going to get closer to the ground, but I'm twisting my spine. This isn't a spinal exercise. This is an inner thigh exercise. So keep the right hip down. 3 breaths. Exhale, tummy in. Maybe zip it up. See how that feels. One more. Now remember, inhale to prepare. Exhale, tummy in, and then you're going to bring your leg up. Now you can bring this foot down if you want and restrap the right, or just switch like I'm doing. Up to you. So first we're going to get that middle of the foot, second and third toe. So your big toe's number 1 toe, then the second toe and third toe. So right between second and third, there, that's the middle of your foot. Center of the knee lines up. So then you're just going to bend and straighten. Make sure the foot is aligned and it's flexed. That keeps your knee safe. I'm an alignment-based teacher. So really important to stay aligned. And one more time, just warming it up. And then we're going to straighten the leg. Remember, if when you straighten it, the knee is bent, I want you to lower it to a straight leg. Flex the foot. First, we're going to tighten up the back of the leg. Pull on the strap, push up with the foot, and hold that for about 5 seconds. And then let it go. Now we're going to stretch it. So breathing into the belly. As you exhale, tummy in and the leg comes straight back. Now the right foot's pressing down under the big toe, little toe, and heel so the knee doesn't splay out. That's important. I can't see you guys, so really think about my cueing. Let's stay here 3 more breaths. Breath in. Exhale, tummy in, maybe zip it up. How does that feel? And inhale, unzipper. The exhale, tummy in and zip, or just belly in. Whatever your body says is okay. Now let's move on to the inner thigh. Right hand palm down to brace. Left hand palm down to brace. Left foot pressing and then opening up that right hip. Keep the left hip down. It's not about how far we go into a posture. It's about getting the right muscles to stretch. So as soon as I lift up, I'm twisting my back. My inner thigh releases that pull. So let's keep that left hip down. And breathe. I hope you're all doing well, guys. I know it's hard to be in the house, but we've got to honor the government guidelines right now and keep in and just go out when you need to. And I was making face masks yesterday out of coffee filters, tape, and staples and elastic. So I made 6 of them. So I'm starting to do that when I go out shopping. We've got to be safe. One more breath. The exhalation, tummy in and bring that leg back up. And let's take this off. Now, the proper way to come up is to roll to one side. Use the top arm just in front of your chest. And if you need some oomph, you can take this top leg and kick it out and then come up. Let's come up to tabletop. All right. Now you can put a padding under your knees, a blanket if you have sensitivity to your knees. It's always nice. And then come onto all fours. This is called quadruped position. Tops of the feet are onto the mat. If they don't reach, put something under there. You can put a little towel so that you have something to press down so that the tops of the feet start to stretch. Make sure your hips are right under your knees and that your wrists are under your shoulders. Maybe a little bit forward is okay. So I want you to think about the index fingers pointing forward, the eye of the elbow. When we're bearing weight, the upper arm rotates back, bringing the eye of the elbow forward. So let's come onto hands and knees. We're going to do cat and cow just to bring movement into our spine. So let's inhale, look forward, don't look up, just look forward. And then the exhale, pull your tummy in, tuck your chin and round your back. Feel the stretch. The inhale, lifting the chest, the tummy sags down, the back arches. And then the exhale, pull it in. So listen to your body. If it hurts you to arch it, don't arch it. Just do a little bit. Couple more breaths. So the inhalation, you're looking forward. Think about your spine as going through this nice fluid movement, an undulating movement, which creates fluid, synovial fluid to flow in the discs. The vertebrae are saying, oh, thank you, this is good for us because this is how we get our nutrition, by movement. When we don't move, our body starts to, I don't want to say the word dry out, but it doesn't get the fluids that it needs to stay supple. And a couple more. Good. Now, we're going to do one called Chakravakasana, and it's starting to warm up your upper back. So I'm going to demonstrate it first. Now, there's also an option if your knees are bugging you and you can't be in child's pose. I'm going to show you a variation on a chair, but first we're going to start with this one. It's Chakravakasana, that you're coming into like a child's with the palms face up on the lower back. So you're going to inhale, stand up on your knees, take your right arm and reach it over your head. Look at the hand. I'll come this way so you can see me. And then the exhale, you're coming back to the child's pose and putting that hand back onto the low back. Now the left arm, you're going to inhale and lift it up. You're going to look opposite than me. And exhale, start to pull the tummy in and come down. Forehead down. Back to the right side, lifting up and then lowering down. So take a break. Let me show you the modification for those if you can't get down on the floor on your knees bugging you. So you just sit on a chair and you do the motion on the chair. You inhale and come up
And then exhale and come down. And you just do it. We honor our bodies. We do it on a chair. So I'm going to come back to the floor. And let's start over again. So come down, either on the chair or on the floor. Inhale, stand up on your knees. The right hand comes forward, you look up. The exhale, tummy comes in and come back down, chin down. Left side, up we go. Now notice my palm is facing inward as I come up. The exhale, my palm is facing outward as I come down. That's supporting healthy shoulders. And inhale, coming up, right arm up, looking at it. Tummy in as you exhale and come back down. Let's do the left side. Now we'll do both arms at once. So inhalation, keep your navel drawn in. And exhalation, both palms to the lower back. 3 more times. Starting to work your glutes too a little bit. And exhale down. Couple more. So really feel the shoulders start to work. Feel the movement in the shoulder blades. And last time. And great job. Now, you can sit like I'm sitting. You can sit in a chair for the one to come. This is called the tray. Or you can sit cross-legged. I can't sit like that right now because of my recent surgery in my hip, but you're welcome to sit cross-legged, to sit in hero, vajrasana like I am, or you can sit on a chair. This is called the tray. This is working your rotator cuffs. Just wanted to do a little for our shoulders. So your elbows are to your side, your palms are face up, your tummy's drawn in. You're going to inhale and just open up, squeeze the shoulder blades, and exhale, bring the pinkies towards one another. Inhale, thumbs go away. Elbows stay pinned in, and exhale. Couple more. This is the tray. Imagine you're a waiter serving food or drinks or something. Now we're going to move on. So the next inhale, you open up into the tray. You bring your palms face up and touch your fingers. Hold your belly in. And then bring your arms down. And reach back behind you. I'm going to turn sideways for the next one. So start out here in your tray. You're going to open, inhaling, and bring your palms face up as the fingers touch. Hold your belly in. And then bring the palms down and reach through and stretch your front of your shoulders. Good. So the inhalation, we come into the tray and we bring our palms up. Keep your belly in. And then bring your palms face up and reach back. Really good for the shoulders. And a couple more. Now you want to go to a pain. If it hurts you to raise your arms up over your head, just stay in your pain-free range of motion. You don't want to hurt. It shouldn't hurt. Yoga should be for everybody. Nothing should hurt. Couple more. Really super good. Keep your tummy in. And last time, feel the work. Feel the looseness it's creating in your shoulders. Good. And now up, back, down, and forward. Nice big shoulder rolls. Good job, guys. Now go the other way. So your shoulder's a ball and socket joint, just like your hips. So circling is super good. Remember I talked about the cat and cow creating fluids in your spine? This is creating synovial fluid float in your shoulders. And that means lubrication. That means like motion is lotion. So think about you're lubricating your joints right now, which you are. Let me get my water. Take a sip, and then we're going to start with our core work. While we're up like this, I'm going to do one more on our hands and knees. So come onto the hands and knees. If you can't get on your knees, just take a break, and we'll come back for you. So what I want you to do is rotate the upper arms back, point your fingers are forward, and I want you to pull your navel in a lot. See if you can bring your navel all the way up to the back, to the spine.
And then breathe in. And as you exhale, lift your knees up. Just the knees come up. You're hovering. And you're coming down. Just a couple more. Breath in. The exhale, tummy in. If your wrists bug you, you can come onto fists. And lift. And lower. Breath in. And exhale, tummy in and lift the knees. And hold. And then bring them down. And then maybe you want to come back to child's pose. You can also get a block and put it under your forehead, a pillow, if you want to support your head, and breathe. Knees can be wide here or together, your choice. Whatever body says feels better. One more breath. And now we're going to come onto our backs. So you can have a little something under your head if you choose to. I'm really a proponent of not having anything under your head. But I know we're also used to pillows and this, but you don't want too much. Okay, so everyone lay back. I'm going to stay seated because I want to show you something. I want you to lay back, but watch me. Now I'm going to tell you how to contract your core. I've been reading a lot since I've been, housebound, since we've all been housebound, but I've been studying a lot. And I was reading this article by Doug Keller, who's a renowned, world-famous yoga instructor. And what he says is the one really good way to connect with your core, to get it engaged, is bring your hands, everyone lay back. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor. Hands are on your hip bones, the frontal hip bones. And I want you to imagine that you're wearing a pair of pants that has a drawstring to tighten them. So what I want you to do is breathe in, and as you exhale, imagine there's a drawstring from each hip bones and they're drawing towards one another. So you're cinching it up towards the navel. And then inhale, breathe in, let it go. And then the exhale, feel those hip bones draw towards one another. And breathing in. And you exhale and you feel the hip bones towards one another. That's contracting the transverse abdominis, the lowest core layer that is from your navel to your pubic bone and wraps all the way around your lower back. So let's draw our drawstring shut so hip points come towards one another, and just hold that for a couple breaths. I want you to feel that. Keep breathing. And then let that go. Rock your pelvis forward and back. So make a big arch in your lower back and then pull your belly in. So just you're doing this pelvic tilting. Now, there's another cue that he teaches, is imagine zipping up. So the first one is called the drawstring. Hip points draw towards one another. This is called the zipper. So you think about your pubic bone, which is way down about 3 inches below your belly. So I'm going to breathe in. And as I exhale, I'm going to pull my navel in and imagine it's a zipper, and I'm going to zip it up towards my ribs. Then the inhale, let that go. So the exhale, tummy in, zip it up. And inhale, let it go. So that's contracting your rectus abdominis, your six-pack. So the first one contracted the transverse, which goes all around the lower back. This zip up is the rectus, the six-pack. It's the north and south one. Couple more. Zipping it up. The exhale, tummy in and zip it up. And then let that go. Now we're going to put those two motions together. So breathing in. As you exhale, draw your drawstring close so hip points come towards one another. Now breath in again, keep that. And then the exhale, tummy in and zip it up. Now breathe. Keep your drawstring and your zipper engaged and breathe. You have just contracted your core. You can use this when you do plank. You can use this when we're standing and we do our warrior poses or any kind of poses. This is keeping your pelvis stable and creating strength. So let it go and then rocking side to side. Good job. Let's do a nice gentle core exercise to start. Now, if you have hardwood floor, that's great. I'm going to come sideways so you can watch me. I've got socks on. We're not standing today, so I'm totally fine with socks on. So if you have your socks on and you have hardwood, I want you to scoot so that your leg is off the mat so you can slide your leg up and down. Now, if you have a carpet on your floor, I thought we could use this. It's an old, a pie tin from Rudy Callender's. And you want to put this on your carpet. So the purpose of this is to help you to slide. Better. Sliding. So I don't know, that's what I was trying to figure out what to use, and I was looking on the internet and someone suggested this. But if you have something else that you want to try it. You just want to be able to slide your foot without this happening, sticking. A nice fluid slide. Okay, so let's lay back. I'm going to angle my body so I'm off the mat a little bit. I've got my socks on. So first, you're going to breathe into the tummy. And as you exhale, you're going to pull your belly and you're going to draw your drawstring and zip it up. Keep that and then press your lower back flat. Starting with the left leg, you're going to keep all that flat. You're going to inhale and let the left leg slide it out, heel slides, and then the exhale, bring it in, keeping everything flat. Going to the right, inhale, straighten that leg, keep your back super flat, and exhale, bring it in. So you've got the zip up and the drawstring on. Inhale, and then exhale. So you're alternating your legs. Heel slides, keeping the back flat. And then as you exhale, imagine you're squeezing an orange under your navel too. So you've got three things going on: the drawstring, the zip up, and the orange. Let your shoulders be heavy. Sometimes our shoulders kick in to help because we're not contracting our core enough. So if your shoulders are getting tight, think about contracting your core more. Pushing your back flat, drawstring, and zip up. And arms are heavy. Couple more on each side. The inhale, the leg straightens. The exhale, you drag it in. And inhale, straighten the right. And exhale in. Good. Now, do that pelvic tilt. Forward, the arching, the back arches, and then you bring it to the floor. And then sideways, just a little, loosening up your back. You can also bring your knees to chest and circle, pump it in and out, whatever feels good to you. Rocking. So that one there is a real mild core strengthener. I just wanted to do that for warm up. So the next one we're going to do is called marching. It's a little bit more. So same position, you're on your back, feet are on the floor. So your heels are not really on your buttocks, but they're about, 6-8 inches away. So you just got this constructive rest position like we started class. So this one you're going to breathe into the navel. This is called marching. And the exhale, tummy in. I want you to think about your drawstring drawing hip points together and the zipper zipping you up. And press your back flat. That's squeezing the orange. Now bring your left thigh up. Flex your foot. Bring your right thigh up and flex your foot. Now, you're going to inhale, bringing the left heel down and tap. And exhale, bring your thigh back up. Going to the right side. Inhale, bring your right heel down and tap. And exhale, bring it up. Don't let the core disengage. So keep that drawstring and the zipper and the orange engaged. Right side, inhale, heel taps. Exhale, thigh comes up. And left. Now, if this is super easy for you, what I want you to start doing is bringing that foot further out and bring it in. But the back has to stay flat. The inhale, the leg touch, or the heel touches, and the exhale, bring it in. Let's do 3 more on each side. Following the breath. Don't let the back arch. If your back won't stay flat, then you're done. So just come out of it. We have to build strength, and we start where we start, and we don't judge ourselves. And then knees to chest, rocking, circling, rolling your back out. Then bring your feet to the floor. Pull your navel in, back is flat. Lift your hips up to a baby bridge and tuck your chin. Nothing under the head now. If you have something under your head, take it out. You don't want to do bridge, setu bandha, with something under your head. So just let your upper thigh. So when we did this motion, it kind of tightened up the front of the hips. The bridge pose releases that. Pull your navel in. Squeeze your buttocks towards one another. Press into your feet. As you exhale, pull your navel in. So the navel draws in, and it's a feeling like your tailbone is lengthening towards your heels. One more breath. Now as you exhale, you're coming down very slow on your vertebra. And then as you come to the bottom, you lift your heels up so you can really get into the low back. Good job, guys. Do a little windshield wiper side to side, just a little bit. And then I want you to roll to one side. We're going to come up to all fours and then push yourself up. How are you doing? How did that feel? Now, when you're just starting to do core work, you might feel it tomorrow. You might feel a little tenderness in your tummy and even in your low back from pushing it down. But when I started these, I learned these in physical therapy, my back was sore. But after a couple days it went away. Now it's not sore anymore. So what that meant was that these muscles are weak and the soreness is telling you that. And so we need to keep doing this to strengthen that. So we want to keep a nice, good core. All right, so let's do this one. We're going to come up onto hands and knees. This is also one that you can do in a chair. We want to stretch out the front of our hips again. I'm going to take my left foot and bring it forward. Now notice, heel over ankle. So what we're stretching now is the leg that's back, my right leg. So breathing in. As you exhale, pull your navel in and press the right hip forward a little. I'm going to show a modification. If you're on the floor, keep breathing. If you need a modification, you're going to sit sideways in a chair and then just let that left leg come back. You can curl the toe under. Now if it's tight, you're going to probably be up here. Pull the navel in a lot and extend that leg back. So either chair or mat, whatever works for you. Each exhalation, tummy draws in. And that right hip is gently pressing forward. Don't let this left knee go over your toe. That can risk injury on your knee. And then let's bring our leg down. We'll do the other side. I'll come this way. So now my right leg is up, or if you're on a chair, you're doing the other side. Ankle under the knee. Lift your chest, pull your tummy in, and point your tailbone down. You're going to feel a stretch on the left front of the hip. Breathing in, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, tummy in and gently press that left hip forward a little bit. Couple more breaths here.
It feels good, doesn't it? Because we sit so much nowadays. So we're stretching out again the front of our hip, our psoas. And then now let's come down. Let's come down to the mat. I want to do a little toning of the front of your hip, your psoas. So onto the mat. Something under your head is okay, if you want. I'm going to start with my left leg. So I'm going to straighten my left leg out. My right foot is on the floor, my knee is bent, my knee is straight up, so it's not out to the side. Really ground down through that right foot. So let me walk you through this. First, you're going to flex your left foot so the toes come forward. You're going to squeeze the left glute, your left buttock. You're going to pull your navel in. Then I'm going to have you lift your leg up. Notice I'm 2 to 3 inches up. I'm not up here and I'm not up here. It's here, just a little bit. A lot of times people think that the higher they go, the better, but you're not doing the right muscle then. So this is where we want, and bring it down. So the cue is flex the left foot, squeeze the left glute, pull your tummy in, and then lift that leg up. Just a little bit. And then bring it down and let it flop. Let it relax. So that relaxation between the reps is important. So first of all, flex the left foot, squeeze the left glute, pull your navel in to flatten the back, and then lift. You can bring the drawstring together too and lift that leg up and hold. Then bring it down and let it go. So flexing left foot, squeezing left glute, tummy in, lifting the leg up just a little bit, but feel the work on this hip. It's strengthening your psoas. Then bring it down and let it go, and the glute in the back. So flexing, squeezing, tummy in, lifting, back is flat. Bringing it down and letting it go. We'll do one more. So flex, squeeze the glute, tummy in, back flat, lift the leg up a couple inches. Look at your foot. It's not cocked to the left, toes are straight up. Then bring it down. Good job. Rotate that toe in and out. So my big toe comes down, then my little toe. So you're doing this seesaw, this side-to-side movement with that hip. Let's work on the other leg. I'm going to flip around. You stay where you are. Just going to flip so that my right side is closest to you. Now, once again, remember, this is my surgical hip, so maybe I won't do quite as many. I don't know yet. I'm going to listen to my body. So I'm going to keep the left knee bent, foot on the floor. I'm going to straighten out my right leg, and I'm going to flex that foot, toes up. So first, right foot flexes, right glute squeezes, tummy in, back flat. Then you're going to lift that leg up. Maybe I got to help mine a little bit. I do. And that's okay. And bring it down, let it flop. So flex, squeeze the glute, tummy in, back flat. Lift that leg up just a little bit. Remember, you're not lifting it high. And bring it down and let go. You should feel a pull right at the front of your hip. Flex, squeeze the right glute, tummy in, and lift that leg up. Flexing the foot, bringing it down, letting it go. 2 more times. Flex, squeeze, tummy in, lift, hold. Bring it down, let it go. Last time. Flex right foot, squeeze right glute, tummy in, back flat, lifting right leg up just a little bit and hold. And bringing it down and letting it go. Good job, guys. Let's bring our feet back on the floor. I'd like you to get a block, please. Now we're going to strengthen the inner thigh. Remember when we started class, we did this one and opened it up? Now we're going to strengthen it. Block, pillow, towel, whatever you have, or nothing is okay too. But I like to use props. I want you to first just squeeze the block and let it go. Breath in. So the exhale, you're squeezing, and the inhale, you're letting it go. Just get the inner thigh to activate.
Now we're gonna come up into bridge. So first you're gonna squeeze your block. You're gonna pull your tummy in and bring your back to the mat. You're gonna imagine you have a pencil and you're holding it between your buttocks. You're squeezing it, and that activates your glute max. Bend your elbows, bring your arms into the side, elbows to the side, fingers straight up, tuck your chin. Lift up, inhale, lift, lift, tummy in, tailbone towards the heels, press into the arms and tuck the chin, squeeze the block. And breathe. We're gonna stay here for 5-6 breaths. As you inhale, think about the knees go forward and the chest lifts. As you exhale, tummy in, tailbone points towards your heels. So we're stretching out that hip flexor again, but we're squeezing the back body, strengthening it. So the front body is stretching, the back body is strengthening. Couple more breaths. Exhale, tummy in, tailbone points towards your heels. Keep your navel in, lift your heart. Press into the backs of the arms. Keep your elbows to the side, chin tucks. And one more breath. And then let your arms come out to the side, and then slowly, very slowly, try to get each vertebra to get a massage, come down. When you get about mid-back, lift up your heels and continue the journey down to the lower back, nice and slow. And then finally the pelvis will come, and then you just relax. Good job, guys. I want you to roll to your bellies. Now, some people, it bothers them to be on their abdomen, so this might not work for you. Might want to take a blanket and put it under your pelvis and see if that helps. We're going to do some belly work, some cobraing and some sphinxing and some locusting and all these asanas that help create strength in the back body. So I want you to get comfortable. Bring your palm on top of palm, bring your forehead down. Pull your shoulders back. As you inhale, I want you to think about pulling your navel in and just lifting up. Look down. And then exhale, come down. So we're just warming up our back. So lifting up and coming down. And again, lift it up. What you don't want is looking up, because that compresses the back of the neck. So you want to keep your gaze straight down. And one more time. So now we're starting to work on our upper back a little bit. So Sphinx pose. Let's bring our arms out to the side. Let's bring our forehead down. So I want you to pull back on your hands a little bit. Notice my elbows are right out from my shoulders. Have your feet wide a little bit, toes in, heels out. That broadens the lower back. So I want you to pull your belly and press your hips into the mat. Try not to squeeze your butt. And pull back on the hands. Lift your chest and head up. Keep looking down. And then come down. So pull back. Inhale, lift, tummy presses. And exhale down. This time we're going to hold it. So pull back, tummy in. Imagine your shoulder blades are squeezing together. You're not squeezing your bottom. You're pulling your navel in, and you're just looking down, or maybe at the top of the mat. Creating strength in your back. So when we sit too much, our lower back rounds a lot because we have poor posture, and this is bringing back the lordotic curve in the lower back and strengthening it. Try not to push too hard on your arms. Use your back muscles. One more breath. And then bring it down. Go to the right ear. Bring your palms face up. Wiggle your hips side to side. Now the next one we're going to do, we're going to be lifting our legs. So bring your feet together. Now if this blanket under you doesn't feel good, you can take it out. It's totally fine. So you can watch me first. My feet are together. First, I'm gonna lift my right leg up. I'm gonna squeeze that glute and pull my tummy in. Make sure it doesn't hurt my back. And then bring it down. Pull the belly in and squeeze the left glute. Lift that leg up. So you wanna squeeze your butt. You wanna squeeze the backs of the legs to lift the legs. Those are the muscles that are extensors that lift. If you're not squeezing the right muscles, chances are the lower back is going to kick in and lift, and that's when we get hurt. We want to use the right muscles. So now I'd like you to have your palms face up. Now, if it hurts you to lift your legs, you're going to curl your toes under and just pretend you're squeezing and lifting, but you're not bringing your legs up. You're just squeezing, and that's fine. That's level 1, and that's okay. So now if you'd like to go to the full posture, you're going to squeeze your navel to your spine, squeeze your bottom together, feet are together. You're going to lift your legs up a little bit and lift your chest up. Now flip your thumbs back so you're hitchhiking. Squeeze your shoulder blades and breathe. Squeeze the bottom. Squeeze the backs of the legs. Pull your tummy in and just look down. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Each exhale, pull the tummy in a little more. Breathe. You can come down if you need to. If you can, hang with me. This is creating strength in the whole back body, working on posture, and then bring it down. And then go to whatever side of face you didn't go to the last time and breathe. Feel your heart. That was a lot of work. So that worked all this. A lot of glutes and hamstrings and back and mid back, your trapezius, all postural muscles. Now I want you to roll to your right side. Take whatever you had out from under you. We're going to work on your glutes a little bit. Actually, you need something under your head. You can have an arm bent and put that under your head. You can use a little bit of a cushion, but not too much. Now we're going to work on our side glutes. So your glutes are the big glute max in the back, and then you got the glute minimus and medius on the side. We're going to work those two. Bottom leg is bent. The top leg is up at hip height, so you're not up here. You're about at hip height. You're flexing the top foot. For me, it's my left. I'm starting on the left. Pulling my navel in, bringing my foot forward about a foot, pointing the toes down. Hold your navel in. Take a breath. As you exhale, lift that leg. Lead with the heel and inhale down. Feel the work. The exhale, lift. The inhale, lower. The exhale, lift. And the inhale, lower. Couple more. Lift and lower. And lift and lower. Let's do 4 more. Lift and lower and 3. The exhalation, lift. The inhalation, lower. 2 more to go and lift and lower, and last time, lift. Hold, navel in. And bring the toe down and bring your knee to chest. And just, you can tap it out or just give it a couple breaths to release. Feel the work. So we strengthen the back of the glute and the side of the glute with that. Okay, let's flip to the other side. Now, how do we get to the other side? Top hand pushes you up, and then you flip it around. That's just really a safe way to get up for your spine. Something under your head. Maybe an arm. I'll demo with that just so you have your options. Bottom leg, which is my left, is bent. Top leg is straight out from my hip. So I can't see my heel. I can see my toes. Pull your navel in. Bring the foot forward, toe down, and tap. Breath in. The exhale, lead with your heel, lift. The inhale, down. The exhale, lead. And the inhale, down. So your navel's to your spine. And you're just working this here. You should feel it here. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. 4 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. And lift. And lower. And one more after this. Excuse me. Lift and hold maybe. Now if you've cramped, you're going to come out of it. And then bring it down and bring that thigh in. Tap it out. We're almost done. Now I want you to roll onto your backs. You may need a strap, may not. No, don't really know. We'll see. So what I want you to do is bring your left thigh in. Rotate the hips so that the ankle's on just below the right knee, and use your hand to open up this hip. Now we're getting into stretching out our hips, our glutes. This one gets more into the piriformis, which is, if you have sciatica pain, this is a good one for you. We call this figure 4. Now you're going to ask yourself, do I want to bring my right thigh in and up, hold under here, and just a little more oomph. If you can't reach that thigh, you can strap it and pull it in, use a towel, rock side to side. Flex your feet. Feel that tightness